All right, let's take you through now sagittal plane training, or straight ahead forward and backward training. First of all, we're going to go ahead and go through forward burst. I'm going to have Sam take you through the 3 levels that I will use forward burst for. A couple things I want to remind you of in doing this. Number 1, there's no deceleration component to forward burst. I'm not going to have the athlete run back quickly, hit the brakes, and go. Several reasons. Number 1, it pre-exposes the Achilles tendon to being stretched or injured. There's no need for it. Secondly, very often I can't come up with a time in sport where you are forcefully being driven backwards and you have to learn how to stop. In most cases, a back pedal is in a controlled back pedal so you can move in and out of that. So we're not going to go ahead and we're going to not do a forced deceleration backwards out of a forward burst. Very important to keep that in mind. Now, let's take you through the 3 levels I will go ahead and use forward burst with. First of all, I'm going to have Sam go ahead and get down into a staggered track start. All right, I want to make sure that as she's in this position with her left foot forward, her right hand is in front with it, so that she's in this position. Very often what you'll see is your athletes will line up like this. Now, if they are, before they can take off, they have to bring their hands here to explode out. So I want to make sure that when Sam gets into her position, she's already in that. I'm also going to make sure that she is getting over that toe a little bit, leaning, that back toe is touching and light, so I can see that she is really loading this front leg to explode out. Those are some subtleties. You can relax, Sam. Those are some subtleties that you'll not see with athletes early on. The good news is, when she goes into that, she leans, immediately the band is going to teach her where to bend at her hip. So she can feel, as she leans forward, she actually can lean into the band and give her a little bit of support so she really learns how to get out on that front foot. Relax a second. So that's going to be the key to a staggered stance. This is going to be a conscious takeoff. So what I'm going to have Sam do now is get into position, show me what she wants to do. When she's ready, accelerate out to the cone, go for it when you're ready. She explodes out, accelerates out, comes back, controlled. Super controlled. I am not worried about how fast she comes back. I want it controlled. I don't want to expose that Achilles tendon to any trauma that doesn't need to be there. I'll have her go ahead and do it again. The other thing I'll do is I'll say, Sam, go ahead and get in a staggered stance and get ready to go. You will notice athletes will automatically pick their most dominant leg. They typically will fall into the one they feel the best with. So when I see that, I'll say, okay, Sam, switch feet. I want her to learn how to do it off of both feet. So now she's got to get onto her right one. She may not feel as comfortable with that. When she's ready, go for it, Sam, explode out. Accelerate out, and she comes back. And you can see, just subtly, that's not her comfort zone. So I'm going to point that out to her and teach her, hey, work both sides. Now, once she's gotten into that, I want her to go into a parallel stance. Now, this is going to be an athletic stance that you're going to see a ton in. But here's the key. She can't take off from this position. She's got to get from this position to this position as quick as possible. We're going to use the plyo step, but we're going to consciously let her learn how to do the plyo step. So Sam, what I want you to do here is you're in this position. I don't care which foot you pop forward, you choose. I want you to pop your foot forward and then go. All right? Pop your foot and then take off when you're ready. Do it. Pop and go. So she starts learning consciously how to pop it. Sam, the faster you can pop your feet, the faster you're going to be. Go as quick as you can go when you're ready. Just pop them and go. Go. I want her to consciously start working at it. Once again, you notice left foot dominant. Sam, can you pop it this time and put the right foot down? Can you pop your right foot? Yep, so you're going to land like this with your right foot pop. So do it that way now. Good. And that's going to probably, she's going to say, that feels a little weird. No problem. I want her to practice both. She's got to be able to move. And then there's multiple variations we could come off that. We could have a plant and go sideways, plant and go this way. There's a lot of different variations we can come on, but those are the fundamental ones. Now, I want you to watch something. I'm going to do a reactive start with Sam. I'm going to do a reactive start. I want you to watch her feet. All I want is I'm going to coach Sam and say, Sam, get ready to roll, get on the balls of those feet, really get ready to move. When I go ahead and say go, you explode out. Get ready, go! Pop, and notice that she immediately pops her feet. That's why it's called reactionary. Let it happen. Let the athlete pop their feet. As long as their momentum is going forward in the direction that they're headed, this is not a false step. This would be a false step. So if I had Sammy here and she stepped back like this and then took off, that's the false step. We're not looking for that. We're not looking for that at all. So once again, I'm going to do a reactive one. This time I'm going to clap. She's just ready to go, ready to go. As soon as she hears my clap, she's going to go. And that's it. She's out. All right? Very good, great way to work on reactive explosiveness.